Do you have expectations or shoulds on you all the time? You might have a voice in your head going around of like, I should be married, I should have this successful, stable career, or, XYZ home and car, and all these things that you feel this pressure of, I should have these things, or I should be this way, like, should be the good girl, should be going to the family events and gatherings, all these things that you feel these expectations and pressures on you. In today's video, I'm going into how these shoulds block our intuition and stop us from really living the life that is true in ourselves. And I'll go into the difference in the shoulds versus intuition and really starting to listen within, and then being able to live a life more intentional and more in your purpose. So thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach, and I help you look within and start to connect into that inner voice inside of you. And currently I have a mini course you can check out down below. It is trusting that inner compass and starting to learn to listen to and develop the intuition within. So again, do check that out. That's in the dialog box below. So when you act from this place of shoulds, it's actually coming from these conditioning, these expectations, these things that we've had in our upbringing of just saying this is the way we should be in our life, and we've learned those conditions. And it comes in this disguise of like, oh, it's the right thing to do. It's the correct thing, I'll belong, I'll fit in, I'll feel accepted. Yet it's actually coming from a state of fear. And this fear is the fear of either having conflict with those around you, not being liked, not being accepted, not being part of the group. So in seeing this, seeing that this is our conditioning, we can start shifting this storyline that we have in ourselves. And often those shoulds will look like, oh, I should stay in this job because it's stable and secure. Or I should go to that gathering even though I'm exhausted. And that should, again, is coming from a place of, oh, there's some guilt, or there's, some expectations that have been put on me. Either your own storyline is saying that someone else is expecting this of me, but really it's this storyline inside of us that I feel this expectation, and it's my fear of the repercussions of what might happen. So I actually am choosing to go along with this because I don't want what might come at me, the wrath of someone else, or the feelings of I hurt someone else because I didn't go there, or then I'm no longer accepted or belong in this group. And energetically, the shoulds brings us up into our heads and out of our body, and this inner knowing and this intuition within us. So what will happen is we'll be up here in our heads fearing and feeling like, oh, I need to do this out of the guilt or out of the certain conditioning and beliefs we have. Yet in our body, if we're going along because we should, we have to, we need to, our body will get into a tightness and like, I don't want to be doing this, and feeling uncomfortable. And I know in myself too, I get this ick feeling of like, oh, I'm doing this because I have to, need to, should. And that comes through as a, yeah, but I don't really want to. I don't really feel that this is for my good. This is not feeling good in me. And yet I push through it, or have pushed through it, because of the feelings of, again, what might happen? Will I not be liked? I need to ease and calm and be harmonious with the group, and so I'll just go along with it, even though in me I feel that tightness, that ick, the heaviness. And a couple of examples of the shoulds to intuition. So one side, the should is saying, I should keep this job because it's stable and I've worked so hard to get here, where the intuition is kicking in and saying, you are meant for so much more and something that is much more aligned to your soul and your purpose within you. And if you look at the difference in those, one, you're staying in out of these fears because you don't believe that there's another way to have the income, to have the stability. But your soul is like, there is a way to have that same exact stability and have it while doing what you love, what you really are wanting in your life and thriving, and you can still have the same stability in it. And another example of, oh, I should go to this family gathering. They're expecting me there, yet I'm exhausted. I'm worn out. I can't take any more. And I'm just going to go there and be exhausted. Where your intuition is saying you don't need to prove to earn your rest. You actually are deserving of rest for yourself and taking that time for you. So it's coming from a different angle of seeing that you are deserving. Your worth is worth taking time for yourself and not having to meet all these other expectations of the family. And again, it might be coming from a place of fear of what will happen. Will I, not belong with the group? Will there be anger or mad at me? But when you can come in and say, I need this space and time for myself, it's like, can you show the other individuals and give honoring to yourself? Like, if they cannot honor you, is it really worth having these people in your life? And if it's family too, it's like, how much of that time and space are you giving to them and you're not honoring or giving to yourself? And another example of the shoulds to intuition is like, I should be married, I should have kids, I should have this big home or successful career. And yet your intuition is like, yeah, but this happens in your own time, in your own joys. So when you look at your life, are you following the real joys in your life? Are you following what is right for you? It doesn't have to happen on a timeline that everyone else is saying, I need this to happen in these places in my life. And are they actually having the happiness in it? So it's looking at and saying, what really brings me happiness and joy? Listen to that internal voice inside of you and not having to have the shoulds, just the, I want to be present in my life and have happiness in my life. And if it means having a partner, having kids, then not coming from a place of shoulds, but a place of, these would bring me joy. Having this in my life would really bring me satisfaction and happiness, and it will happen in the right time for you. So, what if you started listening to your intuition and that inner voice inside of you? And what would it sound like? What is coming through? For intuition, it speaks calmer. It speaks in a little subtle nudges and awarenesses and in the body, not in the mind. So like I was mentioning before with the shoulds are up here and feeling guilt and I need to do this. It's coming from a place of fear, where the intuition is going to be calm and it's just this ever-present nudge of, this is what is true for you. This is what you really want. This is what lights you up. This is what brings you happiness. Following those little nudges are what is right for you and will be bringing you the real happiness and satisfaction in your life. Not having to do all the shoulds and the people pleasing and the things and the expectations that you actually are putting on yourself. So it's not that others around you, you might feel that, but it's out of your own fears and your own guilt and pressures that you're saying, I have to do this for others. So how to tell the difference then between the shoulds and the intuition? And it's doing a quick little check-in with your body and asking, like, if you were asked to go to a gathering and then you're like, well, am I coming from a place of I should do this, or I really genuinely want to do this? And your intuition might be saying, hey, go to this because there's going to be influential people there that can help you with XYZ in your business or with a project you want to work on. Your intuition might be then excited and being like, yeah, you really want to go to this. And you still might have fears too behind it, but it'll be this excitement and drive of like, yeah, I actually really do want to go to this because of these reasons. Whereas coming from shoulds, you'll feel that constraining and that like tightening in yourself of like more of a dread, or I don't want to be going to this. And you can ask yourself this question: if there's no judgments and no consequences, what would I choose? And then check in with your body again. Like, is there the tightness feeling of like dread, I don't want to, constrained, or is there more openness and expansiveness? Are you trying to convince yourself in going, in doing this, or does it immediately feel true in yourself? Again, the I'm trying to convince myself is coming from that shoulds, the expectations, whereas the immediate knowing is that intuition coming up saying, yes, this is worthwhile going to this. Are you coming from the shoulds and expectations in your life? Start noticing, start paying attention, and then take a minute and check in and really see if you can start to listen to the voice within and start connecting to your own intuition. And again, developing that trust within you, because as you listen to those little nudges, those nudges will take you to a place where you really are living more intentional, but living happier and more satisfied. So thank you again for joining me today. If you are enjoying getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.